What's up, guys? Game FIFA All Games here. And before I start, I apologize for the Gears of War gameplay in the background. It's Rosa Chairman Prescott Match 69. I'm only doing this way because I wouldn't have time to record myself in the morning and go to where I have to go to, because I have to be somewhere at 7:30 a.m. And as you guys saw last week, if I record DDS at night on Friday night right after SmackDown, you get aces and eights lighting. So unless you guys enjoyed aces and eights lighting, because I didn't see any decline in viewership, but I didn't hear any likes or dislikes about how it was taped, feel free to let me know. But yeah, moving on, another week and wrestling has come to an end, and boy, WWE. I don't like the John Cena and AJ thing that they have going on, making it seem like they have some type of relationship or having some type of affair going on to cost AJ her job. But it's a way to keep both people relevant because they are both important figures in the WWE. AJ getting her blossom of being a crazy psycho woman, and John Cena because, well, he's John Cena. WWE is not ready to put their prize gold token in the ring yet, even though he is cleared to wrestle, but I think there's only such a limit that his body can take at this point. I think this is his, I want to say, 5th major injury. I'm not sure. I know he had 2 neck injuries, and the tricep injury on his shoulder. That's 3. The elbow makes 4. The hip pointer last year makes 5. Yeah, so he had 5 major injuries in the past 8 years. So I guess WWE's taking, you know, actually being cautious of their prize superstar that does everything for the company, and as well they should. So they're doing this whole AJ affair drama feud to keep him relevant on television, but it keeps him out of the ring. So it keeps him relevant as an important, like, you're gonna see his face, you're gonna hear his promo work, but it doesn't necessarily put him in the ring, which is good. What seems to be the main event of Survivor Series, Team Punk versus Team Foley, is horrible. Reasons why it's horrible. Team Punk: Damien Sandow, Cody Rhodes, The Miz. See, that's 3 people. CM Punk, Alberto Del Rio. Why? Team Foley: Randy Orton, Team Hell No, so Kane and Big Show. Let's see, Ryback, and the 5th person, whose name is slipping for me at the moment. Kofi Kingston. Yeah, Kofi Kingston. So, what WWE is telling me with this main event, WWE title won't be defended at this pay-per-view. The tag team titles won't be defended at this pay-per-view. And the Intercontinental title will not be defended at this pay-per-view. Why, WWE, you're not defending these titles at a Grand Slam pay-per-view? One will never know. I mean, the teams are horrible. Like, just downright horrible. And the fact that half the titles that the company owns won't be defended makes it even worse. Because the main event title, the WWE title, won't be defended at a Grand Slam. So what's the point of me watching this pay-per-view if the prize possession of the WWE won't be on the line? It's like a wasted pay-per-view. It's like Victory Road, TNA, Sting versus Bobby Roode. The TNA World Heavyweight Titleship wasn't on the line, so I didn't watch it. There was no point. So you tell me the main event title to watch is a rematch between Big Show and Sheamus. And Big Show and Sheamus won was actually I'm gonna say it was the second best match on the card at Hell in a Cell. So maybe they could escalate it even more. So hopefully we get a good match. Hell, we might even get a Money in the Bank cash in for Dolph Ziggler because he still has the briefcase. But yeah, on the WWE side, no, so far that's a horrible idea. That's the second worst idea that WWE's came up with since the Raw Money in the Bank match, where only previous champions could be in the Raw Money in the Bank. Second worst idea so far this year. And let's not talk about the finish between Ryback and CM Punk. That's the third worst decision. But it is so many other things they could have done. They could have had Mark Henry come in and break open the cage. They could have either had Mark Henry or Big Show not Big Show, excuse me. Could have had Mark Henry or Brock Lesnar break into the steel cage and just hit Ryback with their finisher for no reason, and just have him walk out and have CM Punk win. And Ryback is always saying, "Feed me more." Well, Ryback is gonna have his plate filled if he had to go after one Brock Lesnar or two Mark Henry. But they didn't decide to do that. They decided to have a referee who was a wrestler in the Indies screw Ryback over. So that's it for WWE and the whole main event scene. There's really obviously no news. Nothing spectacular happened on Raw or SmackDown, except for that backstage brawl between Alberto Del Rio and Randy Orton, when Ricardo Rodriguez got hot coffee and hot chili dumped on him. That was funny. But besides that, nothing really spectacular happened on both shows. Let's move on to TNA, which TNA, the card for TNA, not the card for TNA, no, yeah, the card for TNA's pay-per-view Turning Point is already better than Bound for Glory, because the matches actually make sense. Kurt Angle versus Devon. Why? Because Devon randomly had Aces and Eights jump Kurt on last week's Impact. The greatest man that ever lived, Austin Aries versus Jeff Hardy in a ladder match. Makes sense. That's Jeff Hardy's signature match. And they actually have a build-up going. And I like how they have behind the scenes of when they show Jeff Hardy, and it's what he's thinking in his mind. Is just, you hear it, like him talking. I love that. Other things that make sense: Bobby Roode versus AJ Styles versus Cowboy James Storm for a #1 contenders match. And the person that doesn't get pinned doesn't get a title match until Bound for Glory of next year. I don't like the idea of the person who gets pinned doesn't get a title match for a year, but I love the fact that these are three main eventers. They don't know what to do with each other, and they're fighting each other, or fighting to get somewhere in the company. So Hogan just did the most comical thing, just make a triple threat. Makes sense. So far the three matches that have been listed so far for Turning Point actually make sense. Now what they need to do is make a triple threat match between Azima Ion, I forgot this, Joey Ryan and Rob Van Dam. Because if they just really just leave Azima Ion out of the X Division title picture for the pay-per-view, it's really messed up. Like, really messed up. But then again, it's TNA, it's backwards. Oh, and Luke Gallows is in TNA now. If you didn't watch it, he was another ninja that was unmasked. So, by TNA logic, it's only a short time before they give him a belt. They might give him the television title, who knows? And then they disregarding the whole Magnus and Samoa Joe feud. Oh, if it hasn't been announced, it's going to be announced next week. That on Turning Point, it's probably Magnus versus Samoa Joe at Turning Point. If it hasn't already been announced, that's probably going to be a match. But that's TNA for you. TNA is actually making sense. It's like on the Grand Slams they don't perform, but on the random ass pay-per-views that's in between the Grand Slams, they're actually good. Like TNA has thrown watchable great pay-per-views. Destination X, Slammiversary. Those were the two best pay-per-views TNA had this year. Very good. See, pay-per-views where they dropped the ball. Victory Road. Lockdown. Those two pay-per-views were the worst pay-per-views out of the whole year so far. But they've shown that they could throw good pay-per-views with Slammiversary and Destination X. So hopefully Lockdown will be one of those pay-per-views that's randomly good, because TNA is known for doing that. There was not much news in the drama scripted news, except for one thing that just slipped my head. Give me 1 second while I find it, and you know I'm always unprofessional, and I just do this randomly off the top of my head. Let me find it real quick. Yes, Brad Armstrong died at the age of 51. Yeah, sons of Bullet Bob Armstrong. Brad Armstrong last participated in the ring in ECW, ran in WWE in ECW back in 2006. Yeah, he died at the age of 51. So my condolences go out to the Brad Armstrong family. And that's about it for the Drama Scripted news. And that's probably going to wrap it up for this week's Drama Scripted Saturday. Once again, you will always get a Drama Scripted Saturday every Saturday. And the way of contacting me is in the description below. And next week, you'll see me. There won't be any Gears of War gameplay. And you're probably looking at memes right now because I went over the gameplay limit. But I'm Game Fiend All Games, guys. And I'm signing out. Later, guys. Peace.